Bright Horizons with
Deb
and
and
Jim.
we're back. Hola, buenos dias. Hello and good morning. We're so happy to be back with you.
Buongiorno a tutti.
Here we
So nice to
are.
see all of you. Sorry we were not with you last week.
Yeah, we sure are, but we're here with you now.
Yes, we love
Happy
it.
Thursday.
Oh, I don't think I told you that I had a tooth extracted last week.
Uh-oh.
And I
Don't
want to
tell me
thank
that. I'm so afraid of
I want to
dentists.
thank the oral surgeon. He was wonderful, Dr. Andrew Slavin in West Palm Beach, and his staff.
Okay, well, if you
They were
say he
very
was
good,
good,
yes.
then that makes me feel better.
Now, I
'Cause-
tried first putting a string on it and slamming a door, but you can't do that alone. I should have asked you to do it with me.
Yeah,
It
like
didn't
I,
work.
Like I would have done that. I forget. I would have run the other way. I'm the biggest baby there is.
But they gave me some good advice with the
Aw.
ice pack the day of the removal. I took some ice and I had it on and no swelling because of the ice pack. It really
Good,
worked out
good.
well. And very little discomfort, so I'm really happy that it
Good,
worked out
good.
well.
Just the one
Just the one tooth,
correction.
yes.
Oh boy. That's the one. Ugh, I don't think any of us really like. Well, you have to do what you got to do. So
That's
I'm
right.
glad you had a good experience. So that's important. It's so important to like your doctors.
Yes,
It really
definitely.
is. And if you have that comfort level, that's all that matters.
And
So
did you watch any of the Daytona 500?
I very little bit.
The
very
national
little bit.
anthem, did
At
you
the
hear it?
Oh my
Trace
goodness.
Atkins,
Trace Atkins.
amazing
Yes,
voice
yes.
rendition of the national anthem.
And they also
Ch-
had Luke Combs.
Yes.
And Luke Combs is a wonderful, I mean, he's a superstar who rose to stardom very quickly. He happens to be Marcy Hawkins' son-in-law.
Really? I didn't know
Yes.
that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, great, Marcy.
Luke is
Nice to have him in the
fabulous. I mean,
family.
listen to his music. He's awesome. He's the best. And what a talent. That's all I can say. So, yeah, I wasn't able to watch all of it,
Right. But Trace Atkins' voice is so
isn't he
deep.
great? Yeah.
Wow, he
Well, I
could've-
love country to begin with,
Yes,
and
I do
I've
too.
always adored it.
But I'm so impressed with his voice.
Isn't it? I know. Very, very
He can
profound.
sing. They actually had an excerpt of him singing it a cappella. Imagine it. Not many people can sing the national anthem a
Yes,
cappella.
that's a toughie.
But
That's a toughie.
he's got such richness in his voice that he can really pull it off
Yes.
well. And 2 days to someone's birthday.
Oh, boy.
Saturday's the big day for Deb.
It's the big day, but I'm going backwards.
I did that years ago.
You know, birthdays are fun. It reminds us that we have another year. Thank God we're blessed. And, you know, it's what you make of it. It's only a number. I've said that many times. You've heard me
Right,
say that.
right.
And it really is only a number. And it's how you feel and it's how you act. And I'll always be a child.
Well, you haven't
at heart.
changed in the 15 years that I've known you, so
Aw,
you're still the
thank
same,
you.
still the same Deb that we love.
And you're the same Jim that I love and we love. Absolutely. I love it. That's great. So, Jim, what are we talking about today?
I have a couple of more things to discuss.
Okay.
Okay. We've had a request from the audience
All right.
for you to sing and play the piano. Do you play the piano, Deb?
Do you know I do not? That's the one instrument, Jim, I would love
Play
to
the tambourine.
You want to know something? This I could do very well.
Okay, so we'll have to work on that for you. Now,
I
our
will
dear
learn
friend,
the piano.
our
for
dear
sure.
friend Marie Finschmidt, with whom I read and quote from every week.
We
And
love
hello,
Marie.
Marie, we love you.
Hi, sweetheart.
She plays the piano. So sometime, what we'll do is when we're with Marie, we'll video Deb singing and Marie accompanying on
Yeah.
the piano.
You know, my mother used to play the piano,
Did she?
and I don't know why.
Was there
I
one in your
just-
house?
Well, growing up, yes,
Right.
and she never followed through. My mom, but I mean, my brother. I mean, it runs in the family, as you
Right.
know, the entertainment business
Right.
with my dad. But that is the one instrument. My brother plays guitar. He sings. I mean, we all have it in us to do. But the one instrument that I've always wanted to play is the piano, and I've
Me
never.
too. And I've got
I've
the
never-
fingers
you
for it.
do.
So I'm going to do it, but I
And
just
you know,
haven't
there's
done
so
it
many
yet.
self-teach programs that you can do, and it's just a matter of putting focus. Do it.
Right.
It's a gorgeous. I mean, even the guitar, they're all gorgeous instruments. But playing the piano, oh, I would love to.
And I wanted to mention Legends Radio again. As
Legends
I
Radio,
mentioned previously,
100.3 FM, nostalgic radio like you've never heard. It's a fabulous station.
Well, Mike
I listen to it
McGann.
every day.
Mike McGann is one of the personalities. I wanted to show him.
Yes.
He's wonderful. He's on the radio from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday.
I love this
Mike
station,
McGann.
and you
He's
know
a
Jim's
wonderful man.
commercial. Jim's
Yes.
commercial. He lets you hear it last. What was it last
Yes.
time?
But
Fabulous, and I've heard it several times.
Thank you. And what
And
Mike
it's
asked me to do Sunday morning at 6 a.m. So if any of you are
6 a.m.
awake
Listen
at
to
that time,
this. Listen.
I'm going to be speaking with him on a show called Community Focus
All right.
from 6 until 6:30 this Sunday morning.
Remember
And
that.
the topic is the charity for which I'm on the board, Area Agency on Aging.
I love it.
All the
I
wonderful
love it.
services that they provide our
I
seniors.
love it.
So we'll be
that
discussing
is
that.
so important.
Yes.
You just hit a heartstring. All the wonderful services that they provide seniors, so important, so well needed.
Yes.
And my gosh, God bless you, and thank you for doing
And
that.
thank
That's
you,
so wonderful.
Mike McCann, again.
Mike McCann, thank you
We
so
really
much.
appreciate
That
you.
is something that needs focus
Yes.
and attention on. So
And
I
thank
will
you
be.
for the opportunity.
Yes, I will be up at 5.
Oh, okay. I'm
I will
gonna
be up-
call you.
You know, and I know you will, and I will listen because that to me, I just love it, and I love hearing your voice anyway. So
And it was so nice
Wonderful.
because we practiced a little bit. I was at the studio the other day, and he's given a nice introduction, which I thank you, Mike, about my attorney experience and
Yes.
the Juris Doctor and the traveling
absolutely,
attorney. So
absolutely, you've got
it
a
was very,
fabulous
very nice.
background,
Yes.
and you know, as far as I'm concerned, toot toot, we're gonna toot the horn for Jim because you deserve it.
And then I wanted to mention our dear friend Trini Lopez, who Deb calls
Yes.
Uncle Trini.
Yes, our
Yes.
Uncle Trini Lopez Trinidad, who
In
was
fact,
actually.
this morning, Deb was playing it on the radio.
I pulled up in the driveway, and there's Jim waiting
La
for
la la la
me,
bamba.
and I was playing La Bamba, and I saw him. So what I did was I put the volume up way high, and here goes Jim. We're both dancing, you know, because there's nothing like Uncle Trini's music to get you going, to get the blood flowing, and get you out of that seat and dancing. In fact, Jim has a photo he'd like to show.
Yes. A dear friend of mine, Ann Anello, she's with
Yeah.
Trini, on August 12th, 2020,
That's at the Hard Rock.
at the Hard Rock in Miami, they awarded
Of Hollywood,
Trini.
is it Miami?
in
Hollywood, yeah. Hollywood.
They awarded Trini Lopez
Yeah.
the Connie Francis Legendary Achievement Award, and Ann
Yeah.
sang to him, and then there were some other. Connie was there. Connie Francis
Hi,
was there.
Frank, right.
And it was just a very momentous day, and I just wanted
Yes.
to point them out because it's a wonderful picture of Trini before he passed away.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I'll tell you, he's just. We're going on actually 2 years already, and
It's amazing, it's
I
almost
don't know
2
where
years.
the time goes, but we'll be talking more about Trini. There's a couple things that have come about,
So what
but
I
we
wanted,
will let you know.
what I wanted to say was, and it's funny, I was teasing her. We were talking about oatmeal. You know, and you know I
One
love
of my
oatmeal
favorite, yeah,
every
oatmeal's
morning.
great.
And Ann was complaining that when you cook it over the stove, that you add water to it and you're cooking or milk, and then it's a mess to try to clean the pot, right?
Right, right.
So I said to Ann, you know what I do? I boil water, I put the oatmeal in a plate, or a bowl, and then I pour the boiling water in, and then I walk away for 15 or 20 minutes. It absorbs all that water, and then you don't have to worry about the pot being a mess to clean up.
That's a smarty pants thing to do.
And it works perfectly.
It does work. I've done that myself.
You just have to measure the right amount of oatmeal
You know
so it's
something?
not too watery. So, you
Of
know, you do it a few
course,
times and you
yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
So I decided to play a joke on Ann.
Uh-oh.
I sent her a letter from the Quaker Oats Company.
Oh, no. Oh, Jim.
She's a singer-songwriter. So I sent this letter from William Penn, the president of the Quaker Oats Company,
Oh, that's funny.
telling them that they'd like her to audition for a TV commercial about the oatmeal. And they were introducing this new method of preparing it with the boiling of the water, because on the packaging it only has 2 methods: microwave or over the stovetop with the mess.
Oh, no.
So she was hysterical when she got the letter from William Penn.
Oh, my God.
So Ann sent me back an email
Oh.
to William Penn, but she wrote a song that I wanted to play a little bit for you
That I
because
have to hear
I think it's
this.
so funny. I got this yesterday and I was hysterical.
Oh, my God. I can hardly wait to hear it.
You gotta listen to Jim.
It's all about me, Jim.
For all your health needs, call on him. When you start feeling weakly and thin and a bit chagrin, call Jim.
Oh, Jim.
He knows all about
Oats.
Oats.
Lots and lots of Quaker oats.
Isn't that funny?
I think that is awesome.
Thank you, Anne. How ingenious to
And
come up
that
with a
is
song.
so adorable.
Now I have my own song.
That's right. Now I have to say, Jim, Mr. Oatmeal Jim. That is going to stick in my mind now. And because I love oatmeal too, I'm going to be thinking, Mr. Oatmeal Jim, let me call my Jim.
I thought that was so funny. Now
And
I have
how
yes, how
fantastic,
original,
how
yes.
creative. You're wonderful. You're fun. We should have her on the show.
We will. Yes.
Okay, all right. I love it. I love
Yes.
it. Nothing like a great sense of humor, you know.
Definitely.
But it's true.
And we've
Oatmeal
discussed
does
that.
make a mess, but your way of doing it is smart. You
It
know,
is.
do you know it's a great cereal too? Now, and I love the way Greg makes his cream of wheat.
Yes.
Now it is so creamy and delicious. I mean, I love oatmeal, but you have to make it a certain way. And just 2 weeks ago, I think it was maybe a week and a half ago, Greg made me a bowl of cream of wheat, and I said to him last night, I don't want dinner, I want cream of wheat. I mean, it was that good, yummy.
He perfected the technique.
Yes, you perfect.
Look at this
There you
beautiful blue
go.
that I saw. It's just beautiful blue.
Oh, the blue, yeah, I love the blue.
And the pearls and the
blue.
earings. Show off
It
the
all
earrings.
matches.
Look at that.
It
Very
all
nice.
matches, yeah.
Zha zha.
But darling, yes. But darling, Jim.
Well, we should get to our topic today. But there were so many wonderful things I wanted to talk about.
Well, you know what? We missed you last week, so we have to make up.
Yes.
You know, the topic that we've decided to discuss today, and it depends on how you look at it, how we look at it as individuals, is, Jim,
Is the grass really greener?
is the grass really greener on the other side? Think about it. The grass is always greener on the other side. What's the meaning of that? When someone is not
I don't think-
satisfied,
Yeah, I
maybe?
don't think that Deb ever really had that perspective because I don't picture you as someone who is not happy with your situation and thinking how other people would.
You're right.
I don't
And I
picture you at
appreciate
all.
you saying
Yes,
that.
yes.
You know why? Because I've heard before, and it's true. If the grass is not greener on the other side, yes, it is. Water it.
Right.
That's all.
And
Water it.
and
That's
literally,
all.
I was thinking, if you're looking at grass and thinking it's greener, when you go over there and you really look at it, there's going to be weeds in that grass. There might be insects and issues, but
You
from
know,
a distance, it looks
that-
greener. But once you're
that's
there,
true.
it's not any better than the grass that
Oh.
of your grass. You know,
You
so
know,
it's
human
really-
being quality, and you're right. The human being quality, is always wanting something different than what you have, and
Right.
they assume that
And
just because maybe your neighbors, you want to use something silly, or
Right.
as an example, your neighbor's yard is greener than yours. Okay, well, in reality, are they the same neighbors to you? They're the same neighbors. All right, so the grass is greener. Yay!
But it's not really because when you look at it up close, there are going to be weeds
Right.
and other imperfections in the grass.
It's really conveying what you have.
So it's not
already,
going to
that's
give you
all.
greater joy.
Right.
I think what people sometimes think, oh, if my circumstances were different,
Right,
I would
right.
have a better
That's
either
right.
life or money or
If
whatever
they
it
think of a
might be.
different set of circumstances,
right.
would bring them greater joy. However, the phase is often used by, reminding yourself that you really do have a lot of joy. You have a lot of blessings.
Yes.
Just think about what
we
you
discussed
have.
that in one of our previous shows, gratitude.
Every day,
Yes.
every day. So the
Now,
grass,
I did a little research about this. Okay.
Let's hear it.
The poet Ovid in 1 BC originally said in The Art of Love, the harvest is always richer in another man's field. See, that's the same concept. And then it was later adapted to the grass is always greener. So isn't that interesting?
I like that.
1
I
BC,
like that very much.
that much time before.
1 BC. 1 BC,
Once-
only
one-
Jim can see. You better remember that. Ta-da.
I've got another songwriter here.
I love that. It was great.
But
Oh.
but fortunately, neither of us really think that way. That others
No,
might
we
have
don't.
it better than we do,
You know,
and
Always-
because everyone has problems and everyone has challenges.
everybody,
Yeah.
exactly. Challenges come about every day, whether we want to say stop, yield, or whatever. It's not going to happen. You have to just go and grab it and just deal with it and be optimistic at all times.
Did
Always,
you do a little
always.
research too? I see a Latin proverb
Well,
there.
there is a Latin
Whoa.
proverb, yeah, but I mean, at the same, the origin of the grass is always greener. The
Right.
sentiment has been around for thousands of years. Okay, so we all know a Latin proverb cited by Erasmus of Rotterdam was translated into English by Richard Taverner. Am I saying that right? Taverner in 1545
Wow.
as the corn in other man's ground seemeth you're more fertile and plentiful than doth our own.
Right.
The corn in another man's ground, almost what you just said, okay, ground seems even more fertile and plentiful than our own does. You know, the poet Ovid takes this further by saying his love, Art of Love, 1 BC that you just
Right.
got done saying. So we did the same research. It's interesting,
And
it
that
really
brings me
is.
back to another show that we had, and I mentioned the book Acres of Diamonds, where this,
Yes.
yes, it's the same
I
concept.
love that story
Where
from
the-
you.
where the
oh,
man-
I love it.
He was from South Africa, and he's hearing about all the riches that people have
Yes.
all around the world. So he looks and looks and looks, and he leaves and he goes and dies. But then they discover a diamond mine on his property. He never thought
Can you
to drill on his
imagine?
own property.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, really.
Yeah, that was a story that a pastor told quite frequently, because there's a wonderful message from that.
It really
Yeah,
is. It
yeah.
truly is.
Don't search for diamonds and wealth
Right.
elsewhere. You make your own where you
Right.
have it, so it's a great idea. You
You
know,
know-
sometimes when you're in high school, you think, oh, things will be better when I'm in college.
That is so true. I was thinking that last time. I'm thinking, what am I grateful? I remember when you're 18, you're like, I can hardly wait. Okay, I'm graduating.
Right.
I'm out of high school. Okay, whether you want to go to college or not. Okay, and even driving, I can hardly wait. Now I read something. Be grateful for whatever you have. Today, people use many variations
Right.
of the phrase. They may simply say the grass is always greener to bring to the attention of a friend that they are complaining about. Sometimes they can fix themselves, or they may say the phrase in its entirety as, oh, Susie's never happy,
Right.
or whoever's never happy. Every time she gets what she wants, she forgets it. She starts looking for something new, blah, 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 blah. She always thinks
Thinking
the grass is greener on the other
right,
side,
right, Right.
And, again, you want to water it, there it is. Go water the grass. And,
And
you
it's-
know,
I'm sorry. It's funny
Honestly.
too. Like I mentioned in high school, you're thinking, oh, when I go to college or when
It'll
I'm out in
get-
the working world, things will be different. Then when you get there, people look back and say, I wish I were back in high school
I'll tell
because
you right
things
now,
were simpler.
if I could do it over, absolutely, it would be
So it's funny how your
so
perspective
much.
always
I
thinks
loved living
about,
at home with my parents.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I
but
loved.
not better than Greg.
Oh, of course. I mean, I loved when I moved in with Greg. It was fun, best of buddies. But it's funny how you have the anticipation,
Well, it's a-
in your mind.
It's
that
the sense of
gonna be.
security that you get from your parents that you want to
Yeah,
always
it's
connect
like-
with that.
It's like that security blanket.
Yes.
We're afraid to miss out on anything. There's so much
Yes.
more information available for us right now.
It's beautiful.
That
yeah.
it's impossible to.
We were
to
blessed
dream
to
of
have
better places,
wonderful
really.
parents, and
Yeah.
we think back, we have wonderful memories, so we like to relive those.
I picture my mom sitting here with me right now, or my dad, and my father. Forget it. He would be. You would just adore him. He
Yes.
was such a character. He was the light of the party. He walked in, you knew who Johnny was. He lit up a
Right,
room. He lit
right.
up a room. And believe you me, never lost for words. Funny man.
That's like my father too.
Never lost for
Yep,
words.
same
Yeah.
father.
He had a twinkle in his eye. I've always said that. He should have been on TV, really.
Well, he's with
Right.
your spirit. Your
That's
spirit is
right,
with us.
yeah. You ever see, like, when you even go on Facebook? Facebook is fun. It's social media, but don't try to compare yourself to other people, because you
Right.
know what? We all have our separate lives. Social media is meant to be fun. Let's make it fun. Let's do things that are benefiting us with
Yeah.
our heart and souls, and other people in their life.
Right, you don't want to make
You're
it
not
serious.
topping anybody. You're not going
right,
to get
right.
serious. And I saw something the other day, and I couldn't help but laugh. And I mean, I just have to bring it up because I thought it was funny.
Right.
And it was something very simple, and I forgot exactly the words, but it was to the degree of like, "Oh, why say anything? Who cares?" or something like that. And I thought to myself, that's really positive. I mean, why would you even want to put that up there? Because
Those people should be banned from Facebook. I hate
why
negativity.
are you even
Yeah.
emphasizing something like that?
Right.
And then I don't know. I just don't find the need to say anything like
Right,
that. Why?
right.
I mean, just don't. If you have nothing
Those
nice
are-
to say or anything positive, don't say it at all. That's
Those
the way I was brought
unhappy
up.
people, and we don't surround ourselves with those
Not
type
at
of
all.
people.
Not at all.
Yep.
No, not at all.
Life's too short.
That's right. For as long as I can remember, I've always been around positive people.
Yes.
So, and even with my family, we find humor in everything. I mean, we might get serious, and all of a sudden, we have like I'll use my sister Holly, and the reason why I'm using Holly is because she missed her calling. She's very, very quick-witted,
Right.
and so is my brother. We all get it from my father
Right.
and my mother. My
Right.
father was very funny. But my sister Holly will come up and say something out of the clear blue sky, and it's like funny. It's like she should be on stage, and then she adds on to it, and then you start laughing. It's one of those laughs that you can't stop, and you're like, "Oh dear God, where did this start from?" And that's the nice part about it because you don't. There's no grudges. You
Right.
you don't hang on to the anger factor.
Right.
You know, we're all human. We may get upset, yes, but let it go. Release. Let it go. Breathe. Breathe. Let it go.
You
You know,
have to
we
definitely.
become restless. You know, be happy. You know, there's other ways of doing it. We're constantly looking for the unknown. Well, you know what? We're on a quest to find happiness. It's up to us to find happiness.
is.
It really is.
And if you do have a grudge, it only hurts you. It doesn't hurt the other
Right.
person.
I mean,
So
what is it
why-
all about?
Right. Right.
You know, you have to live with
Alfie,
it. What's
it
it
all
all
about,
about, Alfie?
Alfie?
Johnny Mathis is coming to town, isn't he, soon?
I think so. Yes.
He's coming
Man,
to the Broward.
86 years old.
Amen. I heard that. In fact,
And
I
he's
thought
still
Paul
entertaining.
Anka, 81,
there,
was
yes.
in the Broward
Yes.
Performing Arts Center.
And Kravis
yes.
last week.
And
They said it
right,
was one of
right.
the best shows ever.
Paul Anka. Oh
Yeah,
my
I've seen him
gosh.
before here. He does put on a great show
He's
because he's a
fabulous.
songwriter.
Yeah, of course.
And
of
he
course.
wrote My Way for Frank Sinatra.
That's right. He most certainly
And so
did.
many great songs. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Paul Anka. So I'm sitting here thinking, what song is my favorite? I love them all. There's really not one song in particular that I love. I love them all.
Yeah, it's,
And who else? Oh, Rod Stewart's coming to town. The Hard
yeah, I'll
Rock.
tell you, South Florida has the talent this
Oh,
season. They're all
well,
coming
our
here.
playground that Greg and I love to go to. That's the
Yes.
Hard Rock Seminole Casino in Hollywood, Florida. We go there frequently. Well, we haven't been there in a while now. Last year, I think we went 3 times, but
And
it's fun. We're thinking about going in July again.
I love that Rod Stewart sings the American songbooks. He's
Yes, yes.
really wonderful. I think there are 3 or 4 CDs that I bought of his duets with other artists, but it's
Isn't
all
that
their
fabulous?
traditional songs, and he's
Yes,
so great
yes,
at it.
yes.
Just love it.
Wow. And I have yet to be, prior to the renovation with the big guitar being built, Greg and I had seen Al Jarreau. He was performing there. And their auditorium was fabulous. It was big, but now it's
they've renovated
humongous.
it?
Oh,
Okay.
it's
Added-
unbelievable.
made it larger, I guess,
Big,
right?
big. I don't even know what it holds.
Yeah.
It's too big. It's
Did you?
humongous.
So you've seen it since the renovation?
I have not,
Oh, okay.
and we're waiting. There's so many days, but the moment, the shows, the entertainment that is coming to town, it's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Oh, I said to Greg, I said, boy, look at this. All the people I'd love to go see.
Yeah, we're blessed to have all this
Oh,
within a
it's
close
wonderful.
drive. It's
Yes.
less than an hour away.
Right,
In Fort Lauderdale has
Yeah.
venues, Miami.
absolutely.
Hollywood,
Yeah, there's so much
West
activity
Palm
going
Beach,
on in
yes.
South Florida. It makes it hard. We live here, but it's really.
And we have the best weather too.
Yes, we do. We really do.
And this weekend we have the Honda Classic at PJ
I
National.
know it's going to be
Yeah,
awesome.
brings
It's
in
going to be
all
so
those
exciting, and the
world-famous
traffic is
golfers.
going to be crazy,
Yes.
but it's going to be exciting.
All the world famous golfers are here.
Yes,
So
Tiger Woods.
yeah, it brings in a lot of revenue. So
Yes,
we
it
thank
really
the
does.
PGA for doing
Honda
that.
Classics.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think it's their 20th some odd year of doing it or close to
Where
that.
does time go?
Yeah.
I keep saying that. Where does it go?
Just love
Wow.
it. Yeah, just love it.
We're always confronted by endless amounts of choices. If we don't make a choice, it could be highly stressful for us. Stop
Sure.
making choices. The grass is not always greener on the other side. That's like me leaving Illustrated Properties. Why would I?
Right.
I love what I do. I love the company. I love my
15 years here.
yeah.
Right.
Going on 16 in May.
Right. Have an anniversary coming up.
Oh my God! But it's like you getting out of being an attorney,
Right.
being out of. I could never see you doing anything else. Well, I can because you've got like I said to Jim, I believe he should be a director, producer. He's got the wit about him. He's genius. He comes up with things that are just like wow, funny, comical. But he does it all, And
I do
so that's
enjoy
what makes
comedy
you-
writing. Yes.
Yes, you do, and you're very good at it. And I can relate because it's funny and it's done with such class and such finesse and such style, and it's classic.
I have to mention our friend, dear Marie Pinschmidt.
Marie.
I found
we
another
just-
essay.
I have your book that Jim was so gracious to buy. He bought me your book, Marie, both of your books, well, 2 of your books, and I've been reading. I just love it,
Yes.
love it, love it. My
So
sister
we encourage
Holly,
all of you.
buy the book. It is
Out of
fabulous.
my mind and into your heart.
You're
It's
always
wonderful.
going to find an
Over
essay
300
in there
essays and
that
poems.
relates to what you're going through every
Right.
day on a daily basis.
So this is along the lines of the thought process for today. It's called What If?
What if?
I think of life as God's great gift box,
Amen.
beautifully wrapped in shimmering paper of blue, green, and silver,
Oh, I
the
love
colors of the
it.
mountain,
Yes,
sky,
yes.
ocean, river, and stream, and tied up with ribbons of fascinating, sweet-smelling flora and fauna.
Love it, love it,
A
love
box
it.
filled with talents, abilities, and possibilities. And the gift tag has our name on it. Would the box be too pretty or too perfect to open? Would we sit and stare at it, rub our hands over the paper, gently smooth in the silk ribbon to the very end, let it curl around our finger, all the while yearning to know what's inside, yet fearful to look, thinking it might be disappointing or even a sick joke? Or do we jerk off the ribbon, rip off the paper in huge pieces, and like a salivating dog eyeing the sirloin steak on the kitchen counter, plow into the gift box with gusto, unafraid, because we know the gift is special, a one-of-a-kind treasure that will not disappoint. Now that we put aside our fears, we have this wondrous gift of life. But what will we do with it? Will we treat it with kindness and awe for the wonderful jewel it is? Or leave it in the box unseen and unappreciated by others? Watch it deteriorate from neglect, misuse, and lethargy? Or will we treat this gift of life as the world's most precious diamond, the rare jewel that is dusting, polishing, so it becomes even more special and capable of bringing untold pleasure to ourselves and others along our journey? Thank you, Marie. We love
I
it.
love it, love it, love it.
She's
It
brilliant.
makes me so
You're brilliant,
happy.
Marie.
Oh, you're beyond brilliant. Please, you're just
The
incredibly
thoughts.
brilliant.
Yes.
You know,
We're going to
you
see you
just
soon, Marie.
envision.
We're going to see you soon,
We
Marie.
will see you soon, and we will definitely be
Yes.
singing and playing. You'll be playing that piano as you do so beautifully.
And
Oh
Deb
my
will be
gosh.
singing, and then we'll record it for our
We'll
audience.
have to think of some songs, Maria. I'm going to leave that up to you as to what songs you want to sing, and Jem, you as well, since you're the Oat Man. I love it. I love it. I love it.
What a difference a day makes, huh?
A difference is made every day in our lives.
And
Now
you all make the
remember,
difference, remember
you
that.
all make the difference,
Yes.
whether you eat oatmeal in the morning or not.
You just never know whose life you've changed. That's the beauty of it.
It's
Every
exactly
day.
for them. You
You
know,
have so many opportunities to change people's
right, and you know,
lives.
one of the my morning prayers, and it just goes without saying. I'll always say, Heavenly Father, allow me to be an instrument of your peace, always.
I love that prayer. St.
Let me-
Francis.
Let me always be an instrument of your peace, because you don't know,
Right.
and just I could be in a somewhat down mood, and by me being the instrument of your peace, guess what?
brings you out of
We've
the-
all brought each other together
Right.
in such a positive way.
Because
So-
because you do things for other people, and then it elevates your feelings about yourself. It's wonderful
Right.
to do that. So we encourage you all, give that extra smile, say hello to people that you don't know, and just spread that cheer.
Sometimes just say, in fact, I took Carol to Publix the other day, Carol Levinsky, and we had stopped. It was funny because she knows everybody at this Publix. And it's true, because when you go to a certain
Right.
supermarket, they all get to know you. And it was adorable because, oh, there's Carol. Hi, Carol. Oh, hi, Carol. Hi, Carol. Oh, hi. And I'm like, well, I'm Deb. But it was funny because we're going up and down the aisles, and I could see, I'm bringing it up because I could see the difference in people's attitudes, their
Right.
smiles,
Right.
and how they reacted when they saw Carol, because she's very exuberant, very
Yes.
full of love, and she comes across that way. So that is a fabulous way of looking at it, when you know that your personality just touches
Yes.
that person's life.
And we were so happy to have Carol as a guest on our
yeah,
show.
remember, and
It was
yeah,
wonderful.
with Anthony
Yes.
Avalon. So I
Hi,
brought that up
Anthony.
because
Yes.
we know you watch Anthony. Hi, Anthony. But
Come to Florida, Anthony, because we want you live on our
you
show.
said you would, and we're going to hold you to it. We do have other guests coming our way for sure, and we'll let you know how that goes. And I guess we'll see you
What a difference a day makes.
in
Got a
few
tambourine
days.
here. Let's go. What a difference
A day makes 24 little hours. Brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. What a difference a day makes. And the difference is you and you and you. You certainly make a difference in our lives.
Yes.
And please make a difference in your own lives and other people's lives. We love you. And until we see you again, keep your horizons bright. We love you. Mwah.
Love you. Thank you for joining us, and please share the show and tell everybody